Hey everybody, welcome to Gaming with ADHD. Wait, sorry, that's where you go if you want to get my takes on board games. I posted a bunch of videos last week, so a little confused. Sorry about that. Anyways, Gardening with ADHD. Welcome back to Gardening with ADHD for basically our 5th week of vlog entries on what's been happening in my garden, what kind of improvements, what kind of changes, and basically look at what's growing in my garden. So far, we've got Kim's petunias that are alive. I'm calling that a win. Finally got some food in the hummingbird feeder. I have seen hummingbirds in the backyard. I have not seen them at the feeder, but I don't know. We'll go. So, on to what everybody's excited about. The garden is going really well. I've had to trim back some on that zucchini. There were a bunch of dead leaves on it. But the beans are all coming in well. Starting to get some real leaves on the radishes. Real leaves on the carrots. I still wonder if anything is happening in our carrot squares. I'm afraid to pull them and check, but did have some aphids last week, which before I figured out that they were aphids, I like got really aggressive, cut that part of the plant off, threw it away. Turns out all you got to do is buy some ladybugs. Found some ladybugs this weekend and released some of them. We still have a few left to release. Our cucumbers are also coming in really well. I really like when I start seeing like actual leaves, not like the little leaflets that they start off with. But we've still got some of the ladybugs. My wife erroneously thought that they were, you could just store them for a long time, and it's like, no, that's not quite how they work. They're alive. Got to let them out to feed. But we do also have this ladybug. It's not so great for hunting down aphids. But our wildflowers are coming in, our herbs are coming in. All of them are starting to get some actual leaves. So we're very excited on that. As we keep going, starting to see flowers, as you can see there on the tomato plants. The beans are starting to attach themselves to this tomato cage. The lettuce is still alive. I know some of it's lettuce. I know some of it's, I believe, a Swiss chard. They were given to us. I'm not 100% sure what they are. So we tried eating a leaf off of one of them. It was not horrible. It kind of tasted like eating grass. So we'll see what happens down the road. We've got the pickled cucumbers back there. I have gone through on some of the plants that we started as seeds and actually thinned them out. Because usually you'll start with about 3 or 4 seeds per location. And so, cut that back, or pruned those back. Not even pruned, plucked them. Plucked the extra ones out. But overall, at this stage of the game, seems like everything is more of a, holding pattern. We're waiting for stuff to come in, see what we can get out of it. But everything looks alive, everything looks healthy, so not a whole lot to really worry about or complain about. That cucumber there in the back, that was actually a transplant. He's looking good. It's getting close to the point where I'm going to have to figure out something with the netting to actually, let the vining plant start going up the trellis. But that's probably another week or 2 out, but we'll see. All right. We do have our strawberry bed as you can see, it's looking a little worse for wear. The organic plants, I mean, they're not horrible, but it's these three in the front. They are definitely the roughest looking of the whole patch. I have been trying to water. I water by hand, and I just use a sprayer, but it has a mist setting, and that's what I've been using and just putting what I thought was enough, and I don't think it was. So last week I was pretty careful to avoid some splashback, but actually soaked everything pretty heavily. So tried not to overwater it, but seems okay. This is our watermelon. Thinned that out. It's starting to get some real leaves as well, so kind of excited there. And then we've got our Three Sisters garden. Overall, I mean, I thinned out the corn. I'm keeping an eye on the cantaloupe in the corners. I'm not quite ready to thin that. Only two of the corners have multiple. One of the corners, I found the sprout down here somewhere, but he kind of got buried when I was watering again. I'm not sure if these west-facing corners are going to work, so we'll see what happens there. Other big thing is I did finally plant some beans and some peas in this box. So hopefully we can get those sprouting soon, and actually get all of the sisters going. So overall, been a good week in the garden. Been nice to actually work with my wife and come up with a system that works. Let's see, one other thing that I have added is this, a metal trash can. I know, super exciting. With that, my plan is instead of just, like, I'm not ready to compost, but I don't want to just keep throwing biomatter, that could be used into the trash. So my plan is to actually take any like grass clipping or weeds or trimmings from the vegetables and let them dry out and then burn them. Turn it into some potash or biochar that I can then mix into compost and other things to help get some of those nutrients back into the garden as opposed to sending them to the landfill. So that's what I've got there. Last thing I wanted to talk about today is setting your expectations. I've been talking with friends and with my sister-in-law, who decided that she wanted to start a garden as well. And I keep equating it to drinking from a fire hose. There's so much information, there's so much things to learn. And some people have a tendency to, I have to do everything, I have to do it all right, and it has to work perfectly the first time. I can tell you from my first attempts to grow a garden last year, it's not going to work the first time. So there is a difference between setting goals and setting expectations. And obviously, goals. I want to be more self-sufficient. I want to actually be able to harvest things from my garden to support my family. Those are goals. Those are long-term things that I want to look at. But my expectations, what am I expecting? Right now, I'm just expecting to keep my plants alive. I'm expecting to get some things out of it this year because we didn't last year. But, at the end of the day, I'm trying to limit myself so that I can look for ways to improve. I can look for ways to be better next time, as opposed to just expecting that everything comes out perfect right away. So What are your expectations? What is it that you're trying to do with your garden? What is it that you're trying to do with your goals in general? You know, don't restrict yourself from setting lofty goals. There's nothing wrong with that. But also set your expectations. Figure out what it is that you want to come up with and what you want to do on your process or on your path to success. So, thanks for listening to me. I appreciate your time. Obviously, like the video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and we will talk to you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye.